The ability to model physical systems is of fundamental importance in many applications such as automobile design. For example, we may need to create a model of a suspension system in order to help determine the appropriate spring stiffness and damping coefficient. To do this, we can construct a physical model of the suspension with Simscape, which is a graphical modeling and simulation environment for physical systems. In a physical model, the appropriate physical laws and mathematical relationships are automatically determined by the model components and connections. We can then run time-based simulations of a completed Simscape model without having to set up and solve a complicated system of mathematical equations. To create a new Simscape model, enter the command ssc_new at the MATLAB command prompt. The new model is automatically set to use a numerical solver that is appropriate for physical simulations and includes several commonly used Simscape blocks. These blocks are also located in the Simscape Utilities library, which can be accessed through the Simulink library browser. We can find Simscape blocks spanning mechanical, electrical, hydraulic, and other physical domains in the Simscape Foundation library. You may also have access to one or more specialized block libraries. We can find the blocks that we need to build our simple suspension model in the Foundation library under Mechanical/Translational Elements. In physical models, blocks represent components of the actual physical system and can be laid out in a manner similar to a schematic diagram. We can find information on block function and port types in the MATLAB documentation, or by double-clicking the block. It is important to note that connections can only be made between ports of the same type. For example, we cannot connect a mechanical/translational port to an electrical port, as this would not make sense physically. However, we can connect the mechanical/translational ports on the spring and mass blocks. Physical connections between Simscape blocks are bidirectional and pass information on physical states such as displacement, force, torque, pressure, or voltage between blocks during the simulation, while ensuring that appropriate conservation laws are satisfied. These connections are therefore different than Simulink signals, which pass information in one direction, from the output of one Simulink block to the input of another. It is sometimes necessary to connect Simulink blocks to Simscape blocks, which can be done with the help of converter blocks. Since all ports in our simple suspension model are of the same type, we can connect them as shown. Note how the connections mirror those of the real system. When we are finished building our model, we can save it, or connect additional blocks needed for measurement and simulation.